Now I also played a chord riff to go along with the C chord. Again, it's a 1-bar riff, so you replace every bar of the C with this riff. Now there are a number of different ways of doing this. The most basic way is to add just a 6th note using your second finger, placing it on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. So you're adding a 6th like we did with the G chord. What I often do though, because I think it sounds a little bit more interesting, is I also add a suspended 4th note. So that's adding my 1st finger to the 1st fret of the 2nd string. Effectively what you're doing is you're adding the fingers that you use to play an F. So it's like a half between, or a cross between a C and an F. And you play the rhythm in just the same way as we did with the G, adding a 6. So you just put those fingers down on beats 2 and 4 and lift them off immediately just before you do the up strum following the down strum. So slowly it sounds like this. Okay, so if that's a 6th, you can also play the 7th note. It's actually a flattened 7th, I think, but we call that a 7th note. And again, you play that on the 3rd beat in the bar, in between the little bits where you add the 6th suspended 4th. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, it sounds like this. Now, it doesn't make much sense to slide up to the C then. You're only sliding up on one string and it sounds wrong. It just doesn't sound very interesting, does it? So what I sometimes do, nevertheless, is I miss that 1st down strum and it sounds a little like this. See what I was doing there? I was doing it sort of every other bar. So I start off with a normal, then miss one. Okay, and you can do that with the 7th note as well, like this. Okay, so those are the riffs for the key of G. A C riff and a G riff, or several of them. There's not really a good one you can do to go along with the D7. You could sort of go something like that, but it sounds a bit thin and it's a bit tricky getting your fingers into that position ready to play it. So I usually just play the plain D7. You're only on the D7 for 1 bar in any case. So I'll demonstrate that all over again. So here we are with the G riffs and the C riffs. I'm going to do the slide up and I'm going to do some of the 7th notes as well. So here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up to the C, 7th, G, D7, play the C9, G, D7. Now, I did something a little different at the end there, didn't I? I played a little outro lick. It's a fairly standard sort of rock and roll outro thing, going dum 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 dum, or dum 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 dum, something like that. but I try and imitate that by still playing chords. And what I do is I play a G, a G7, you see that note's going down, a C, a C minor, and then a D7. So I'll pull off that finger and play sort of a C really. So D7, C, D7, and then a G, and then I finish off with a G6. You can do it as an open chord like that, but it sounds quite good if you play it up here by barring the first, second and third strings on the 7th fret like that. You can also kind of create a little bit of vibrato. Slide down. Okay, so what I did was G, G7, C, C minor, D7, C, D7, G. Here we go. So I'll play that through and I'll give a count in so you can have a go at playing along if you like. So here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Okay. And that's how to play 12-bar blues in the key of G for rock and roll songs. I hope that was useful.